My speech is going to be on how to sell more product. Okay. Have you ever thought, I don't need any more money this paycheck? Me either. Knowledge about your product and basic sales techniques will build rapport with your guests and ultimately make you more money. So today we're going to review a few things. First, we're going to go over some awesome sales techniques, and then we're going to just do some basic knowledge of European Wax Center's favorite products. The first thing that's going to help you is some knowledge in sales. Lindsay Walkenhorst, one of the managers of European Wax Center, says, I've always believed in education versus selling. Anyone can sell you something, but it takes a true professional to inspire someone to help themselves with the right product. So my number one rule for you is never sell somebody a product that they don't need. You are the educated one, and they are trusting you not to take advantage of them. So what you're going to do is you're not going to jump right into your product. First, you're going to explain why the problem is happening, and then second, you're going to explain how to fix it. So for example, ingrown hairs. If somebody comes to you and they're complaining of ingrown hairs, the first thing I'm going to explain to them is that it's caused by a buildup of dead skin cells so that the hair can't get back through the skin. Okay, so the number one thing that they can do to help is exfoliation. There's a couple different types of exfoliation. You can use a gentle scrub, something with jojoba beads in it, or they can use an acid such as glycolic or salicylic acid. So if you notice, I still haven't mentioned my products. I've only talked about ingredients. Okay. So you don't want to overwhelm them. You want to kind of read them and see what their needs are. Okay. So you want to listen to all of their concerns. Forbes magazine actually had an article called 6 Verbal and Non-Verbal Tips for Selling Products. And one of the things that I really liked in that article was that you don't jump ahead. If your client's trying to explain to you what their problem is, you don't want to be, oh yeah, I know. Like, you want to listen to them entirely, because if you try to recommend a product and jump in on them and you didn't let them finish, you're going to look really foolish when that wasn't their issue at all and you're addressing the wrong issue. Does that make sense? So also, you are going to tactfully tell your client the concerns that you see. You want to treat their chief complaint first and then tactfully say, okay, I also noticed this as well. I like to only recommend one product. Oops, sorry guys, I touched the screen. If they have mentioned financial struggles, I don't want to recommend a whole bunch of products because most likely they're going to be overwhelmed and they're not going to buy everything. Also, if they seem very low maintenance, if they don't have makeup on when they come in or anything like that, I only recommending one product. Same goes for men. In most cases, most men are very low maintenance and they're not going to buy like a whole line of product. Does that make sense? I like to use the phrase, if I have to recommend one thing for you to do for your skin today, it would be the ingrown hair serum or whatever you recommend. So just make it very important that this is one thing that I want you to use, it's this. Okay, also, you only want to mention 1 to 2 ingredients per product because you don't want to overwhelm them with the product as well. So for example, with the Restore It, I like to just say the Restore It has castor oils and proteins in it that are going to work together to rebuild the hair follicle. Okay. Also explaining how products work together is going to help people buy more than one product as well, and we'll get to that in a little bit. Okay. I also want you to explain the importance of home care. You're going to get better results. If they're using our products at home, they're going to have less ingrowns, bumps, and breakouts. There's going to be less of a buildup of dead skin cells on the surface of the skin, which during the waxing, it's going to make it less painful, and they're going to notice a difference in their skin. Okay, it also saves time and money. So if they're using the Slow It and the exfoliation, it's not going to take me as long to wax them. I'm going to have to address less ingrown hairs, and then also it's going to make their waxing less frequent. Okay, the last thing that I want to talk about in this subject is that it's okay to be honest. I like to tell my guests what my favorite products are, and be like, I really like this and it really works for me because of this. Okay, if you're explaining, okay, this works for me and this doesn't, you're gonna build that trust and rapport with your client or with your guest. And then if they are asking about something and you really don't think that they're gonna benefit from it, you don't wanna sell them something that they're not gonna benefit from. So just recommend something else. Okay, so now we're gonna talk about just a few of our products and we're just gonna touch lightly on them. Okay, so our ingrown hair serum is the #1 product and I recommend this for any body waxing. Even if it's their first time waxing, I can tell them, look, even if you decide you're not going to wax anymore, this is going to help with razor burn and ingrown hairs from shaving as well. It's the product that works, not just with waxing. Okay. The key ingredient is glycolic acid, and according to skincare.com, it is derived from sugarcane, and it is primarily used to treat aging, which most of us as estheticians know that. So I like to talk about, a lot of people will be like, oh, I have PFB or 10 Skin at home. I like to validate the effectiveness of those products, but also tell the difference between theirs and ours. So most other ingrown hair serums use a salicylic acid, which is why it stings when they put it on. It's used primarily to treat acne, and it's derived from aspirin, which is a contraindication for pregnant women too. It generally stings when you put it on, and then it can be very drying. So for some people, this really works. For other people, a glycolic acid can work better. It just kind of depends on your skin type, but I like to tell the difference between the two. It is a soothing aloe base, and it does not sting. And I always tell them that consistency is key. I say you have to use this product every single day to prevent bumps and breakouts, and you hand it to them, and that's the one product that I always recommend. Okay, I know that picture is horrible. The body wash is one of my staples. It's probably one of my favorite products. It is a mechanical exfoliation, so it has jojoba beads in it that it's going to scrub. Okay, that's what the picture is showing, is the jojoba beads. Okay, if you use the mechanical exfoliation, it's going to make the serum work better. And then it makes the serum work better because it doesn't have to fight as hard to penetrate through a layer of dead skin cells. Okay?
Are you sure there's beads in that?
Yes.
There's beads?
Yes, that's actually the body wash.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So, because the jojoba beads, the jojoba beads are actually going to be a smooth exfoliation. It's not like an apricot scrub where the beads are going to be jagged and it's going to make microscopic sprays. Okay? I like to recommend the body wash because it's easy to remember. I tell people just to throw it in their shower and it's kind of foolproof. Okay? And then also with the body wash, I like to tell people to cut costs. You can use it in problem areas such as your underarm and your Brazilian. Okay? This is going to build trust as well. The body lotion, the key ingredient is hyaluronic acid.
Yeah, just put it on book.
It holds 1,000 times its weight in water. So hyaluronic acid is actually going to collect water from the air and hold it into your skin. It also has enzymes that go down into the open hair follicle after you wax that breaks down the hair follicle and slows the growth of the hair. It's film-free, so it won't clog your pores, and it smells amazing. And some more honesty, I like to tell my guests that if they're doing the two most important ones, in my opinion, like the serum and the body wash, they can get the lotion. It ends up being like $7 more if they just do the gift set. Okay. The exfoliate is the last one we're going to talk about. The exfoliation is one of the biggest keys to staying young. There are two types of exfoliation, and they're both used in this product. So the enzymes, the pineapple and papaya enzymes, are going to break down and dissolve the dead skin cells, whereas the motion and the sloughing is going to be your physical exfoliant. Okay, it's gentle enough for your face, and it can be used everywhere. I recommend using it 2 to 3 times per week. It treats aging, acne, ingrowns, dry skin, dull skin, and everything. So, in conclusion, knowledge is key. There are many aspects to raising your product sales, but knowing the key ingredients of your products and how they work, knowing how to convey your knowledge will build trust and rapport with your guests and keep them coming back. This, in turn, will raise your pay every check and hopefully make your career even more enjoyable and rewarding.